Chizuk from the Parsha, Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parshas Chikas, and it's Sul Parshas Bullock. I'm going to say something really, really fascinating. In this week's Parsha, we see the Parsha of Nachal Arnon, the nest that the Eibishter made for the Yiddish Kinder, Nachal Arnon. What happened over there? Before the Eden, on the way, when the Eden went to Tzishul, they passed by this Arnon, valley of Arnon. In the Moirim were hiding in these two mountains. They were very close to each other. Chazal tells us that they were even able to talk to each other. These mountains were so close. And as they were hiding in there, they were preparing that when the Yidden are going to go passing by, they're going to throw on them rocks and metals and whatever they could and kill them all. And before the Yidden even arrived there, HaKadosh Baruch Hu made a tremendous nest, and he moved these two mountains together and it killed them all. Why? I don't even really know about this. Ask any kid. Oz Yushir, the Torah tells us, Oz Yushir, the Yidden was singing Shira because of that. But here is Yamsid, we also say, Oz Yushir, the Yidden was singing Shira, the splitting of the sea. What happened? The splitting of the sea, Boikai Yom Lefnai Moshe. We mentioned it by Shachris, we mentioned it by Marav, we mentioned it all the Yom Tov and the Kodesh Baruch Hu. Split the sea for us, Kriyas Yamsiv. And this, hardly kids know about it. Hardly even Balbatim know about it. It's hardly mentioned in the Torah in one place. It's a tremendous nest. Oz Yoshir. Why doesn't it get much more coverage just as the Kriyas Yamsiv? It's just as a beautiful nest. HaKadosh Baruch Hu moved two mountains. It's also being Meshane from the Teva. But think about it. The Yidden are arriving to the mountain. And they see that there's no way to pass. What do we have to do? We have to climb the mountain. And it's in the Midbar. It's hot. Climbing such a big mountain, so many Yidden climbing, it's not easy. But climbing, they have no choice. They're on the way to Eretz Yisrael. Finally, when they're arriving to the other side, only then they realized what a nes HaKadosh Baruch Hu made for them. As they saw that the river washed away all the bodies from their Moirim that the HaKadosh Baruch Hu killed. And then they started singing Shira. So many times in our lives, we have difficult mountains to climb, difficult deserts to go through. We are sweating. It's not easy. It's so hard. And you climb, and you're asking, why are you giving me such a hard mountain to climb? But you don't realize, only till you reach the other side of the mountain, what a nes HaKadosh Baruch Hu made for you. HaKadosh Baruch Hu actually created this mountain for you in order you shouldn't go through much worse and a much more difficult thing. So many times in our life we have Kriyas Yamsiv Dikanissim. We arrive at a situation, the sea is splitting, we see clearly the Yal Hashem, and we're starting singing Shira as usual. But the Torah tells us this week there are so many Arnoin Dikanissim, so many Nissim in life that we climb mountains and you don't even realize that this is actually what saved you. So start singing Shira when it goes difficult. Because this mountain, this difficult time that you are climbing right now, is definitely something that HaKadosh Baruch Hu moved for you in order to save you from something much bigger. A gitten Zis and Lechtem Shabbos.